What the sport. For the best seat in the house, turn to the best in the West. Prime Ticket.
You're watching Prime Ticket, the world's largest regional sports network.
May 20th, 1990, the California Emperors coming so close against the Portland Timbers. Alberto Brew of California heading the ball in, but it wasn't quite enough as the California Emperors lost a close game to the Portland Timbers in penalty kicks, 2-1. From there, it was on to Colorado. May 26th, Richard Lopez for the Emperors with a dramatic second-half goal, forcing penalty kicks. And from there, the star of the evening turned out to be goalie Ken Sinchak. He stopped a handful of shots throughout the evening as the California Emperors won their first game of the season, a dramatic victory, 2-1 over the Colorado Foxes. And tonight, at the University of Redlands, Ted Runner Stadium in Redlands, California, the California Emperors will be trying to win victory number 2 this season as they take on the talented San Francisco Bay Blackhawks during our American Professional Soccer League Game of the Week. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Bolton, right here on the campus of the University of Redlands. We're a few minutes away from the start of tonight's game, and it should be a dandy. The California Emperors coming to this game fresh off their victory over Colorado. I talked with the coaches. I talked with General Manager Jaime Legaspi a few moments ago. He says the spirits are high tonight for the Emperors. The San Francisco Bay Blackhawks had a great start to their season. They won the first 6 games here of 1990 before losing last week to Santa Barbara, and they won against San Diego yesterday. So San Francisco comes into this game with a mission. Also, San Francisco has several players from the U.S. national team. Obviously, they will not be here tonight. They're in Italy preparing for the start of the World Cup. The California Emperors come into this game losing 2 defensive players. Mark Clay, he tore ligaments at Colorado, and Armando Ceja, he received a red card at Colorado. Both of those players will not be playing tonight. But we do have a very good matchup for you right here on Prime Ticket. The California Emperors going for another victory tonight, and the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks looking for victory number 8 of 1990. We'll be back right after this brief timeout with more of our pregame show right here during our coverage of the California Emperors and the American Professional Soccer League.
Completely new product line was introduced. Automobiles built for people who love the sheer joy of driving. A new sales, service, and parts organization was also developed. One that gave buyers a purchase and ownership experience second to none. Today, that early met and a new benchmark established. The 1990 Acura Legend and the Acura dealership together.
Nobody has ringside coverage like Prime Ticket. We have the most colorful matchups and the most explosive action. And sometimes what goes on inside the ropes can be a one-ring circus. Round by round, pound for pound, boxing's a hit on Prime Ticket.
It's your call.
Hey, what did the fans think?
Hey, Bill, you know, if you ask me, these players are making too much money today. What, you got 250 hitters making $1 million, $2 million a year? Come on, what do teachers make or plumbers?
If you want to get involved, it's 1-800-628-2255.
Bill, the last caller was full of it. It's the owners who are making too much money. The players deserve their fair share.
If you like diversity, you are going to love this show.
It's your call with Bill McDonald on Prime Ticket.
We're talking fun.
For the latest news in professional tennis, don't miss Tennis Magazine. Informative interviews, helpful hints, and more. It all comes your way on Tennis Magazine.
3 great ways to find romance by phone. Get ladies' home numbers. Call 1-900-454-0700 to meet ladies by phone. Or to meet gals and guys, call 1-900-454-0800. Or call 1-900-454-0900 to meet dream dates. What's that? Call 1-900-454-0700 for ladies' home phone numbers. Call 1-900-454-0800 to meet gals and guys. And call 1-900-454-0900 to meet dream dates. Write them down and call them. $2 the first minute, $1 each additional. Adults only, please.
We're moments away from the start of this game. Both teams getting ready to come onto the field here at the University of Redlands at Ted Runner Stadium. The players are marching down the aisles now. Both teams getting ready to enter this field for the start of this APSL showdown. Back here, the crowds are starting to enter. A lot of people are coming here late because of the temperatures, 95 degrees, probably close to 100 degrees. It's very typical Inland Empire weather, something San Francisco is not accustomed to. We'll see exactly how this is going to affect both teams tonight. A few moments ago, we talked with Richard Lopez. You saw the goal he fired last week at Colorado. Richard Lopez, one of the leading players for the California Emperors. And as we talked to him a few moments ago, this is exactly what Richard Lopez, one of the forwards for the California Emperors, had to say concerning his team. Richard, the win over Colorado, what did this do for the team to give it a boost coming into tonight's game?
Well, David, gave us a lot of confidence. It showed us that we can beat one of the best teams in the league. And luckily it came just at the right moment because it was one game before San Francisco. So it'll help us a lot more.
Coming into this game, San Francisco, they went undefeated for the first 6 games of the season. They lost their first game last weekend, one of the top teams ever to play in this league. It must be something for the team to get up for this game, coming in against a team of this talent. What did the coaches talk to you? What's going to be the strategy coming in?
Well, the strategy is going to be, hopefully we'll be able to use the heat to our advantage because we're used to it. We're going to have to outrun them a little bit, mark them. They got a really good forward line, and we're just going to have to neutralize that and then do what we can to put the ball in the net.
You're missing 2 players tonight, Mark Clay due to injury, Armando Ceja because of the red card he got in Colorado. What changes are we going to see in the lineup to compensate for that?
Well, I think all the players that we have can easily switch their positions around, so I don't think it's really going to make a big difference. We're going to be able to pull through.
Richard, thanks very much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back here at the University of Redlands, both teams are at the middle of the field. We're getting ready for the introduction of the national anthem, and we're moments away from the kickoff here at the University of Redlands, our APSL showdown. Richard Lopez and his California Emperors taking on the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Joining us now, the general manager of the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, Terry Fisher. Terry, welcome to the Inland Empire. Tell us your feelings on tonight's matchup.
Well, the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks love it hot. The hotter, the better. We love 105 to 110, smog, wind. Those are perfect conditions for our team. We've trained a long time. We're overtrained. We defend very well. We conserve a lot of energy, so I don't think the heat will be a factor. It's a great day for the fans to get a suntan, watch good professional athletes play, and we're excited about playing a new team. This franchise, I think, is an exciting team, and going to be a tough match today.
Your team got a great start, won the first 6 games. Is it tough to keep a team up after winning so many games and rolling over just about everybody in the league?
Well, we rolled over nobody, really. Every game's been difficult. We've had a lot of overtime, a lot of tight games. Everybody wants to beat the Blackhawks because we sort of are trying to set some standard. The Emperors, I think, with a new exciting team, we view them as very dangerous. They're extremely well coached. They're very well organized. They've had difficulty scoring goals, but in any match, anybody might break out of your ranks and start knocking in goals and be a problem. But every game has been a battle for us, and I think in that sense it's been a good preparation for today's game. You'll see a team today that will defend very, very well, as your team does, and I think you'll look for any opportunity from either team probably will be the difference in the game.
You mentioned a battle every time out in this league. The Emperors faced the same thing every time they lost. It was a real close game all the way down to the end. This league seems to be a very balanced league with a lot of potential there.
Well, whenever you're taking the majority of the players are American kids coming out of the same system, there isn't a great deal of difference between one team roster and another. So there's a lot of parity in the league. We have no special players. We have really guys that have just proven themselves at the college level. 14 of our 18 guys are back from last year. There's a lot of continuity in the team, and we really have had no bad performances from the team this year, but every game has been very tight, and I don't think today will be any different.
Great. Terry, thanks for your time. We'll be talking to you during the game here.
Thanks very much.
Terry Fisher, general manager for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. We're going to step aside one more time, our final break right here during the pregame show, and when we return, the first half of action from the University of Redlands, the California Emperors, and San Francisco Bay Blackhawks right here during our coverage on the Prime Ticket Network.
The Spanish-language newspaper brings you unprecedented bilingual coverage of World Cup Championship Soccer. Call 1-900-896-COPA for the purchase point nearest you and the latest information on Italy 90. 1-900-896-COPA.
One of the largest singles introduction services in the country is now available in your area code. It's the Executive Date line at 1-900-250-DATE. Over 7,000 simultaneous callers could be listening to your message right now. Call 1-900-250-DATE to meet on-the-go singles who want to meet you now. This is the big number that can make an instant change in your life. 1-900-250-DATE, the Executive Date line. Call now and meet someone tonight.
Did you hear about it? A big new baseball video that covers all of the 1980s. It's got everything.
Hi, I'm Jack Brickhouse, and I've just seen one of the best baseball videos ever produced. Baseball in the 80s, You from the Sporting News. An entire decade of headline-making, record-breaking baseball action and excitement. Free with your paid subscription to the Sporting News, America's most authoritative, most complete sports weekly, bringing fans unbeatable baseball coverage for over 100 years. Call now to have the Sporting News delivered right to your mailbox every week at a big 46% saving off the cover price. Plus this full-hour video cassette of the decade, Baseball in the 80s, yours free.
Call 1-800-648-1700. Get your free video with 25 issues of the Sporting News for 3 payments of just $9.96. Save 46% off the cover price. Call now 1-800-648-1700. That's 1-800-648-1700.
Good evening and welcome again from the University of Redlands. The opening kickoff here during our American Professional Soccer League coverage, the California Emperors and the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks beginning this showdown here on a very hot Sunday afternoon in the Inland Empire area of Southern California. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's game, beginning with the powerful San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Up front, Townsend Kinn, Scott Wolverdingen. The midfielders tonight for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, Steve Corpening, Dominique Kinnear, Nacho Navarrete, Robert Gallo. The men back in the defensive area, Tim Martin, Derek Van Reenen, Troy Dyack, and Mark Semioli. The goalie tonight for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. The man in goal, the man in the net for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, Mark Dougherty. He's a man that California will be trying to fire against during this APSL showdown. The coach for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, he'll be directing things from the sideline. A very talented man, Dean Wurzberger. He's for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, and there you can get a look at Wurzberger for San Francisco. The substitutes, the people that will be coming off of the bench: Steve Petusky, number 7, Alan Bailey, Kyle Whittemore, number 18, Eric Yamamoto, he's the backup goalie, and David Pollack, he's number 10. And now for the California Emperors, a home team tonight under the direction of Rildo Meneses and Sam Khalil. The starting lineup for the California Emperors. The 2 players up front for California, Jerry O'Hara, he'll be one of them. Also, it'll be on the right side for the California Emperors, the other forward player, Richard Lopez. He scored the goal last week at Colorado. California comes through with a very strong lineup tonight. They have several players in. They will be missing 2 players from the backfield. Mark Clay with the ligament injury he suffered in Colorado. Also, Armando Ceja, he had the red card at Colorado. He'll be sitting out, but in their place, Alberto Bru, Lawrence Lozano, Alex de Oliveira, the super position, and the new person, Bill Durkin, who was signed this week by Rildo Meneses. As we mentioned, Rildo Meneses on the sideline, the coach with many years of experience. He played for Brazilian national teams. He played for Santos, Botafogo, also with Pele many times. Rildo Meneses comes into this game. And the goalie tonight for the California Emperors, Ken Sinshak, a great game he had against the Colorado Foxes, his first game. The first time out last week on the road at Colorado, Lakewood, Colorado. Ken Sinshak helped this young California Emperor team win their first game of 1990. Again, Rildo Meneses on the sideline. He's going to be a very busy man tonight directing this team. Rildo Meneses, along with Sam Khalil, have been working with this Emperor team throughout the week, trying to get them ready. The substitutes, the players that will be coming off the bench for Rildo Meneses and Sam Khalil, is a talented group of 5 players tonight. Chris Wilson, he's a normal goalie. Giovanni Perez, Kurt Allen, Joe Giacalone, and Monty Reeves. And finally, the officials tonight, the men that will be keeping things under control here at the University of Redlands. The head official tonight, Alfredo Munoz. He's one of 4 that will be helping things out here from the University of Redlands. Joining me in the booth right now, Dean Foley of the California Emperors, Terry Fisher of the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's talk with you. Dean, your feelings tonight, California coming off that victory. How's the attitude right now with the team?
Oh, the team was very loose this week in practice. They had a good practice week. I feel that they have to get off to a fast start and really contain the San Francisco Blackhawks front line.
On the far side, Lopez trying to move the ball around there. O'Hara losing it on the far side. It's going to come in, throw in for San Francisco. Terry Fisher, the general manager for San Francisco, a former coach for many years in the NASL. He was with the team last night at San Diego, a close game, and we were talking with Terry during the pregame show, and he was saying this league is a very close league, and it's a very tight league in terms of talent on each of the teams.
There's no difference between the Blackhawks at 7-1 and a team that maybe has a far less wins, because I think every team is balanced with good players. We have a lot more continuity because we've been together for a year and a half. But I think that the Emperors are going to show the benefits of your extremely professional and experienced coaching staff. And I think over time they're going to make their improvements, and their win-loss record will become much better. And the Blackhawks, every game for us is a battle. And I'm sure this thing is going to end up being a good game today as well.
We've got an injury on the field on the far side. It looks like Mike Fox is down there for the California Emperors. Mike Fox is being attended to by some of his teammates. A very hot day here. This is going to be affecting the players probably later on. Both teams equally will be feeling this heat and the temperatures that we're feeling here in the Inland Empire area. Mike Fox, it looks like he got hit in the nose there. Number 18 for California. Actually, he changed his jersey before this game. He's playing with number 14. That's been the jersey that he's been using throughout his future days in this soccer circle. He played with the MISL Wichita Wings for many years, and he's here tonight along with the large crowd at the University of Redlands. Trainer Skip Brown has come out on the field, attending to Mike Fox. And as the players look at Mike Fox and Skip Brown tends to him, let's step aside for one quick moment here, a quick 30-second break here during our coverage of the California Emperors on the Prime Ticket Network.
Acura Legend, an automobile engineered for the joy of driving. Recognized for an ownership experience second to none. #1 in the J.D. Power Customer Satisfaction Index survey with product quality and dealer service for 3 years in a row. Every year it's been eligible. The 1990 Legend Sedan and Coupe. Precision crafted performance from Acura.
Back here at the University of Redlands, the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks and the California Emperors. Mike Fox right now getting up slowly, but he's back on his feet, and that's a good sign. His teammates on the bench of the California Emperors cheering on Mike Fox. Skip Brown, the trainer, he's leaving the field. We're ready to start action again. Throw-in coming in for San Francisco. They get it back to goalie Dougherty. He's holding the ball there now, getting ready for the goal kick, it looks like. California having done some things defensively to compensate for the lack of Mark Clay and Armando Ceja tonight. Bill Durkin, he's a local player, played out of San Fernando Valley. Just got signed Wednesday of this week. Rildo Meneses immediately putting him into the starting lineup with 2 of his leading defensive players out of action tonight. That's Fox with the ball. Back to Lozano. Lozano back to goalkeeper Ken Sinchak. What a game for Ken Sinchak at Colorado. Helping his team get into the penalty kick competition against the Foxes, and then stopping one of the penalty kicks. Another penalty kick for Colorado got by, and that gave the Emperors a 2 penalty kick goal advantage, and they went on to win that game 2-1 for victory number 1 this season. On the near side, that was Lopez, number 2. Fox is coming over for the free kick. Both teams lining up now. Shot comes in. Headed around. San Francisco is there to clear it out. And it's going to be over the far sideline, and it'll come back in. For the California Emperors here, Sam Khalil, the assistant coach, working under the direction of Rildo Meneses. See him shading the sun there. California moving it there. Jerry O'Hara setting it down. Brings it in now. That's Ryerson. In the middle. There's Fox, the whistle on the play. Foul call there, and it's going to go over to San Francisco Bay.
Referee's trying to control the game. He's calling a lot of tight calls, and no one is able to establish any dominance because he's trying to call the game so tightly.
No score so far. The early moments here during this APSL showdown. Dougherty. San Francisco back in the goal. To the near side, Semioli. Now it's Lozano for California. Over to Brew. Alberto Brew now moving. Bringing to the middle. Tripped up. That's Kin with the ball. Over to the far side. San Francisco setting up in front. Lozano was there. Managed to break up that play. Ken Sinchak's going to be coming up with the goal kick.
What a wonderful chance for Scott Wolferdingen. He's been injured, and he needed to take that ball and strike a goal right away. And unfortunately, he's young, a little bit inexperienced up there, and missed a half chance that he should have taken.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are really just feeling each other out. No real pattern being set by either team here.
Ball got by Terry Rollins in San Francisco. Still has it coming across midfield now. That's Kin. Guarded by De Oliveira, Alex De Oliveira. Alberto Brew trying to run it down on the far side.
AB, keep him out. Watch the long throw.
San Francisco brings it in. Kin again. Townsend Kin. Played for the national team of China. Talented player up front for the Blackhawks. That's Jerry O'Hara looking down for Lopez. San Francisco prevented that from happening. Rollins got a foot on it. Back to O'Hara. Now it's Fox. Fox looking down to Faisal Ahmed on the run. There's Faisal, number 11. Watch it coming across in front of the goal, and it just got by Oli Dougherty, and it's going to be coming back now into the hands of San Francisco.
That was a nice run by Faisal Ahmed. Took a nice shot across the goal, just no one there for the Emperors. Good opportunity. They just didn't capitalize on it.
A great through ball there for Faisal Ahmed. Mark Doherty there. Whistle on the play. That's O'Hara. Rollins. Now it's Fox, right at midfield. California setting up now, coming down. Ryerson. Rollins streaking in the middle. Broken up nicely by San Francisco. And the Blackhawks are going to come back now offensively. Wolferdingen there on the far side. A foot battle with Lawrence Lozano. Both teams going to watch it go out.
I know it's going to happen.
Goal kick for the Emperors. California setting up Ken Sinchak, making his second start for the California Emperors in a goal. The coach has made a change at Colorado. Bring Chris Wilson out of the lineup, putting in Sinchak. It worked in terms of giving California the victory. And now they're looking for win number 2 here against this very talented San Francisco Bay team. Tindo O'Hara, guarded nicely by San Francisco. Blackhawks get the ball away. Bring it on, throw it on the far side. Ryerson was there. Foul on the play. Dominique Kinnear settled it down. Second Alvarado there brings it across the middle. Right in front of the goal, and a great shot there. Steve Carpening drilled it in past Ken Sinchak, and it's the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks taking the quick 1-0 lead here. And as we take a look at the replay, Terry Fisher, how did you see it?
Well, ball was driven over well by Nacho Navarrete from the dead ball, and Steve Carpening ran into an empty space. I don't know what the referee is doing. He's writing down a number. The defense is calling offsides, but no chance. They'll put the ball back in the center spot. Steve Carpening controlled it on his left thigh and dropped it and half volleyed it to the goalkeeper's left and low into the side netting. And everybody, I think, in the Emperor's defense wanted to appeal for offsides, but the referee's not allowed it. And good driven ball by Nacho, well taken by Carpening, and the Emperors look a little bit stunned in defense.
A good perspective from San Francisco, Dean. In terms of California, tough defensive spot there they were in. Carpening in great position in front.
Well, Bill Durkin looked like he fell down, and Corpening, just if you give him a chance at an open net, he's 9 out of 10 times he's going to put the ball away.
Steve Corpening drilled that one past Ken Sinchak, and San Francisco takes the early lead over California.
This is exactly what the Emperors didn't want to happen, to get let San Francisco get an early lead on them. This is the third game in a row that they've allowed an early goal, and you know, it's just going to be, it's always tougher to play catch-up ball.
But don't count out the Emperors yet. They've come back many times after trailing early. De Oliveira was there, Alex De Oliveira. He missed many games in a row because of an injury he suffered on the AstroTurf in Portland. Returned to the lineup during California's road trip last week at Salt Lake, at Colorado. That's Bill Durkin there. Fell down. San Francisco now takes over possession, moving it around.
Seems to be a lot of room out in the right wing for the Blackhawks. You know, Wolferdingen's getting a lot of space. Townsend's got a lot of space. And a little bit disorganized on the left side of the midfield and in the defensive back position there.
Officially the goal for San Francisco coming 12 minutes, 14 seconds into this first half of action. Taking the lead over California, and now one more time, it's San Francisco down. Now Larry again, bringing it in. This time over everybody, and California's going to get a chance to come back on offense.
I think you're right there, Dean. The player may have slipped down and left Corpening blank, and I think the only appeal that the Emperors would have at that pace is offsides, and linesman seemed to be in a fairly good position and didn't allow it. But the good news is there's lots of time left in the match and long time to recover.
Ken Sinchak brings it out.
Well done, Derek.
O'Hara went up short, couldn't quite get there. Now he's got it back. Foul call there, and it's Rollins setting it down. California coming down now. O'Hara over to Mike Fox. Mike Fox. Far side, that's Brew, bringing it across. Faisal Ahmed, number 11, is there. He sets up, back into the middle. O'Hara's down. Goal for California! Jerry O'Hara taking the cross, heading it in, and it's California tying this game up at 1. And let's take a look at that replay, see exactly how Jerry O'Hara put the ball in the net. Dean, you take it away.
Well, it looked like Mike Fox really created that play by getting it over to Alberto Brew. Then he kicked it over too far, but here comes Faisal with the beautiful cross, and Jerry O'Hara was open. It looked like they pulled the defense all the way out to the sides, and he was left wide open for the shot.
Faisal Ahmed bringing it into the middle, and there's O'Hara to head it in, and Terry Fisher, how did you see it?
Well, I thought it was a fine piece of work by Fox. There was a foul by Derek Van Reenen outside the middle circle, and the Emperors played it quickly, caught the Blackhawks a little bit disorganized. Van Reenen out of position. He took on 2 or 3 guys, slotted it wide left, and a good cross went over the whole defense. And we got out there rather slowly to cut down the cross, and Troy Dyack left his man, and Derek Van Reenen didn't pick up his guy, and therefore O'Hara was unmarked for a relatively easy, finely placed header into the left side of the net.
Back to the action. That goal got to fire up this California Emperors team after falling behind. 15 minutes, 20 seconds into the first half. Officially, California getting on the scoreboard, tying this game up at 1, and putting some life into this crowd here under very hot skies in Redlands, California. Corpening bringing it down on the near side. Looking for Wolferdingen, but Lozano is there. Clears it out, and it's going to be throw-in coming up now for San Francisco. Ken Sinchak, a little breathing room now. His team having tied this game up at 1. Jerry O'Hara is out of Fontana, California. Went to Cal State San Bernardino. A local boy, if you will. A lot of friends and family. Here to watch him tonight. Here to watch the Emperors and here to root on as he scored that goal. The throw-in coming in. Ken Sinchak got his hands on it. Knocking the ball around. That's Navarrete. But it's out to the far side, and California's going to come back now on offense.
That was a good aggressive play by Ken, but he's got to get a handle on that ball because he was out of position, and Navarrete really had an open shot at the goal once again.
San Francisco getting it back to Doherty. Now San Francisco brings it out. Dyack back to Doherty. San Francisco slowing things down a bit here. That's Semioli. Brings it across to Kin.
into the middle. No one's there. Faisal Ahmad, though, for California, steps in rather quickly. He comes out to Durkin, number 5 on the near side. Durkin sets up. Back into the center. Fox the hitter. Ryerson out to Brew. Brew's there on the far side. Looking down for Richard Lopez. A foot race, but Lopez can't get there in time. And California loses it on the far side.
You know, it's so bright, you can't tell when you're on. Come on, Stevie! Come on, Stevie!
You see the shot from behind the net that brings you right into this game. Doherty kicking it well back toward the Emperors. Lozano, he's there. Korpening tried to run it down as well. San Francisco still has it. Coming in. Sinchak, though, picks it up. Kinnear firing it. Sinchak.
Really?
Made the grab, the save. And now California comes back, setting things up. Ken Sinchak there in at goal.
Well done, Mark.
Korpening and Durkin. Semioli came in. Help out a little bit there. San Francisco's now coming down. Korpening and O'Hara. O'Hara appeared to beat him there. Ball goes out. And it's going to be Ken Sinchak coming through for the goal kick now.
Well, Bill Durkin's being tested early here by the Blackhawks. They must know that he was newly signed this week, and he's just fresh out of college because they're going to his side often.
Lawrence Lozano, as he does many times, helping out the goalie with his powerful foot there, bringing it down, and now it's going to be going over to San Francisco. The throw-in coming up, Semioli. Faisal Ahmad took a swing at it. Now it's Rollins. Rollins and Korpening. Wolferdinger came in there as well. Faisal looking down for Lopez. Lopez making a run. Lost his footing a bit. And he ended up losing the ball, but he's still fighting for it. And now it's O'Hara helping out. Didn't go out. Stayed in just barely. O'Hara bring it to the middle. Rollins. Rollins fired. Semioli had a fire. Terry Rollins got the ball in for California. And the Emperors, the 2-1 lead here in the first half. What a shot by Terry Rollins off of Semioli. It got into the net, and California taking the lead 2-1. The crowd loves it, and we're going to take a look at the replay one more time. I already can't believe it. The Emperors sure can as they take over the lead, and Dean Foley, you take it away.
Well, Jerry here is hanging on to the ball. He gets it across to Terry Rollins. Terry Rollins takes a good shot, but it looks like it hits a Blackhawk defender and just goes right over the goalie. It's a very nice shot. It's a hard shot by Terry, but very somewhat lucky, too.
Deflected off Semioli. Doherty had a tough time judging it off of his teammate, and California will take the goal there, and they're leading 2-1, but now it's Kinnear on the run for San Francisco. De Oliveira came over to break it up, and it's going to be San Francisco now coming up with the corner kick.
This is what the doctor ordered. Exciting action end-to-end, a lot of goal chances. A goal is a goal is a goal. A deflection, it doesn't matter. You don't have to apologize for balls. He struck it well, it deflected, and beat Doherty, who couldn't deal with a scrambler.
Corner kick coming in. California's there to break it up. Shot came in low for San Francisco.
A lot of confusion there in the defense. I think 2 Blackhawk players were all left offside by the Emperors, but no flag went up from the linesman. Would have been interested had they collected it. They would have been alone in front of Sinchak.
Ken Sinchak, the goalie, his team leading San Francisco 2-1 here in the first half of action. The University of Redlands, Ed Runner Stadium. That's Brew down the far side. One more time going to O'Hara. Navarrete is there as well, and it gets back to Doherty, and it got in!
Linesman,
but there's a line call there.
Long before the goal was taken. Long before the goal was taken.
The Emperors don't like it, but doesn't matter. The officials got the word. Let's take a look at exactly what happened. Terry, how did you see it?
Well, the flag went up. The Blackhawks were trying to play him offside a long time ago. Two defenders let players run. The linesman ran 3 yards, threw his flag off, and there was still lots of time. The flag was already up by that time of the replay. But I think the good news is, guys, we play better when we're behind. 3 times this year we've been behind 2-0 and come on to win. So I think there's a lot of goals left in this game. It's a wide open game right now.
Wasn't it Salt Lake? You were behind 2-0 at the 75th minute and came back and tied it up.
Exactly right. These guys, you know, it's a good game for the fans, a lot of open chances, and I think after watching your team for 20 minutes, they reflect your two coaches, skillful players. They want to play, they knock it around, and I think they deserve a better record than they've got.
The boys are going at it today, that's for sure.
Those two coaches, Sam Khalil, Real Dominus is on the sideline. They're very pleased at this moment, but they know there's a lot of time left here. A lot can happen in this American Professional Soccer League. Henson check. Signaling to his players. On the near side, Bill Durkin throwing it in for California. Looking for Lopez. Semioli's there as well. Lopez and Semioli. Ball's going to be out to the near side, and it's going to come back now to San Francisco.
This is, I think, where experience will come to play. I mean, the Blackhawks have been behind. They were behind a lot last year, and, you know, we realize there's a lot of time, and it's going to be a good test for them again today. Second of a back-to-back, and need to just weather the storm here.
Faisal Ahmed, Korpening on the near side. Ahmed brings it in. Ryerson looking for Fox. Fox couldn't get there, and it's San Francisco now coming down. Jerry Rollins for California. Rollins tripped up.
He's got a little quickness, doesn't he? Yeah. Rollins?
Just a little.
Where did he play?
Rollins has played locally here. He was born in Trinidad and Tobago. He came to this country, joined Norton Air Force Base. He's stationed here in San Bernardino, California, and he's played a lot of men's leagues throughout the area. This is his first time playing professional soccer. He's been a very strong addition to this California Emperor lineup.
Sort of like your Top Gun?
You could say that if you would.
Okay.
Well said.
I think
well
he's your
said.
Top Gun.
California moving it around. Lopez. Ryerson's there now. Ryerson to Brew, Alberto Brew. To the middle, headed out nicely by San Francisco. Comes in again. Faisal swung and missed. And San Francisco sets up. Korpening. Wolferdingen. Rollins, Wolferdingen. And it's Faisal, but there's a whistle. It's going to go back over to San Francisco.
Wolferdingen found himself on his own. He had nobody to link up with, and you know, had to stop his run. And kind of Blackhawks trying to consider whether they should run with top speed and get forward and support him.
Kinnear down to Kin. Kin guarded by De Oliveira.
Townsend missed yesterday's game. He got a very severe kick in the Santa Barbara match a week ago, and his ankle was very swollen, and he missed yesterday's game, so we're expecting today that he gets back on top form.
California on the far side, looking for O'Hara. They're going to lose the ball, and we're going to step aside for one brief minute timeout here on the Prime Ticket Network. When we return, more of our exciting coverage of this American Professional Soccer League, where California Emperors have taken the lead over the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. We'll be back with more first-half action from the University of Redlands.
Hockey fans tired of skating around looking for a show with NHL highlights and happenings? Then check out Power Stick Hockey Week. It's a Stanley Cup full of the best in hockey action. See it on Prime Ticket, home of the LA Kings. You've heard about the friendly blokes down under. These Aussies have their own way of saying goodbye. We've got the greatest hits in Australian rules football right here on Prime Ticket.
For the latest news in professional tennis, don't miss Tennis Magazine. Informative interviews, helpful hints, and more. It all comes your way on Tennis Magazine.
Back here at the University of Redlands, it's still 2-1. The California Emperors leading the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks here in first half action. San Francisco now moving the ball out. Kinnear has it at midfield there. Lopez tried for it for California, but still San Francisco is going to maintain possession.
It looks like the Emperors are really coming out here today and playing some good ball and don't seem to be too intimidated by San Francisco in their record. It's a good sign for the Emperors, and they've just got to hang in tough because this team is very explosive.
Doherty kicking it out for San Francisco. Players trying to shade the sun out of their eyes. That one came in nice and high. Faisal Ahmed And it's going to go over to California. And Durkin comes in for the throw-in for the Emperors. Lawrence Lozano moving the ball around for California, looking for his teammates. There's no one there, and San Francisco now is going to come back. Throw in on the far side, headed out by De Oliveira, and San Francisco is going to get another chance coming back for the throw in. There you see Sam Khalil, the assistant coach for the California Emperors. He works with the team during the week, and now he's watching them here against San Francisco. That was Kin, teamed up by both Lozano and De Oliveira. Corner kick for the Blackhawks.
We're normally fairly dangerous on these balls. Kin hits a very dangerous curling ball at the near post, and we have a lot of strong headers of the ball. And with the wind blowing, it should be a very severe ball at the near post.
Kin brings it in. Several players are there. Sinchak, though, manages to come through and get his hand on that ball. But as Terry mentioned, Kin knows how to hit that ball in, and he looked like he definitely can do it for San Francisco. The Emperors bringing it down. Ahmad to Fox. Fox to the quick serve. Top Gun. Got a new nickname for Terry Rawlings, courtesy of Terry Fisher and the Blackhawks. But they lose it over the far side, and San Francisco now is going to come back down.
Has Lozano been sweeping every game for you guys? Been playing at the back?
Yeah, he has. Ever since De Oliveira's first injury, he came back there. He's just doing a great job. Young guy, 19 years old. Just really steady back there. Shows a lot of composure for someone that age who's never played pro before.
Good for the future of this team to have a young player of his talent back there. And it's a good friend of Louis Balboa and also of Marcelo Balboa.
And also Giovanni Perez,
right?
18-year-old who's on the bench right now. So this Emperor team definitely is a team that has some potential down the road, and they're gaining experience with each game out. And Lozano's had some very, very good games despite his age and his inexperience at this level of play. But he's held his own each time out.
I think Louis Balboa was his coach at in the Cerritos United team.
Right.
He brought him to our attention, both Lawrence and Giovanni.
Jerry O'Hara was there on the far side, broken up by San Francisco. And it's going to be the Emperors coming in now for the throw-in. Terry Rollins.
California Emperors would like to announce Rapid by Express.
Rollins brings it in high. Richard Lopez was there, headed it.
What an awkward ball. I mean, it's such a volleyed high over across the goal mouth, and Mark Doherty really was left in at the near post, and it was so high, and it was a very difficult ball for anybody to deal with. And I think we're lucky to get off the hook there. We had a great chance at the back post for another goal.
It almost looked like a topspin lob in tennis.
Well, I don't know. I hit golf shots like that. Usually topspin lobs out of bounds, but you're right. It was a difficult ball.
San Francisco now. Martin back to Doherty. Dyack. Brings it across. Kin is there. Gallo. Now to Korpening. Durkin. And Lopez for California has to run that one down, but he gets control of it. Korpening, though, knocking out on the near side, and throw-in coming back for the California Emperors. Durkin brings it in. That's Korpening. Took over. Wolferdingen looking for Kin, but De Oliveira in the middle. And now De Oliveira comes down looking for his men up front. Ryerson back over to Lopez. Whistle called there, and it's going to go back over to San Francisco.
The fact that De Oliveira is healthy now has meant so much to the Emperors. It's just really brought a steady force to their back line. He controls the ball well, passes well, and really creates things from the back line.
Well, I think a blend of foreign players and American players, this is what the league is built around, and I think that benefit is going to help everybody as we go forward.
Doherty setting things up. A lot of umbrellas up in the stands here. Shade the sun. Spectators. De Oliveira over to Brew. Brew trap. Kicked. Richard Lopez, number 2. And Fox bringing it across. O'Hara's trying to get there. Backing up in the corner. Back to Faisal Ahmad. Rollins is streaking in the middle. Ahmad, O'Hara. O'Hara, Ahmad. California's going to lose the ball, and San Francisco's going to come back down now, trailing this game 2-1 in the first half here from the University of Redlands.
Our players continuing to ask referees for offsides, and I think they should just forget about it. They're not going to get them on a consistent basis, and let the players worry about playing and let referees worry about refereeing. And at the moment, the Blackhawks are trying to do both.
One time this season, actually many times this season, we've seen our players for the Emperors talking and trying to change the thoughts of the referee, and not one time as it works.
Never going to happen.
Alberto Brew to Durkin. Opening is there. Durkin to Brew. Ryerson. Ryerson, but it's Doherty getting his hands and arms on the ball. California comes back now, setting up again defensively. Nice long kick, top of the center circle, and it's going to be Brew.
Yeah, Mikey, number 15. Number 15, Mikey. Number 15.
Wurzberger on the sideline for San Francisco. His second season last year, guiding the team to the league championship game where San Francisco lost a very close, controversial game in San Diego. Semioli. Gallo now. Fired into the feet of Ahmad. San Francisco still has it. Kinnear. And it's going to be Mike Fox for California over to Faisal Ahmad here on his near side. You see Ahmad running down.
Look at the far flanks. A guy open on the inside left position.
Lopez. And now Fox. Ahmad to Fox again. Rollins fires, but it's right at Doherty. Jerry O'Hara, and it's a 3-1 game, and this crowd loves it. The University of Redlands is rocking, and the California Emperors have taken the lead. One more time, extending that lead to 3-1, and we're going to take a look at the replay. Dean Foley, you've got to be one happy man, and how did you see it from your position?
Well, it all started really, Dave, on the back line because Faisal Ahmad just showed a lot of hustle over there, getting in front of balls. Here he is again. He's got the ball. He gets it back to Fox. Fox to Rollins. Rollins with another rocket. It just deflected off the goalie, and Jerry O'Hara was there. But that was really Faisal Ahmad's goal because back on the back line, he just showed a tremendous amount of hustle to get that ball out into the midfield.
Rollins' shot just too much to hold on to for Doherty, and it turned out to be a goal for the California Emperors. Jerry O'Hara, 35 minutes, 31 seconds into the first half, and it's a 3-1 game for California, but here comes San Francisco.
Now you've made us mad. That's it. Told you we don't play good until we're 2 down, guys. 3-1, that's it. End of story. Now watch.
Plenty of time on the clock here. Plenty of time here. Ken Sinchak. You see the shot from behind the goal. Sinchak boots it out. Well past the center circle. San Francisco now to the near side, and it's going to be time to set up now for both teams.
We're really good visitors. Home team, beautiful day, nice atmosphere, 3-1. They need goals, you know, 3 bags full. Here we go.
That's true. This
all right, Dean?
I think that this is going to turn out to be a great game if the Emperors continue to keep on scoring goals.
Here comes Korpening, brings it across the middle, looking for his
You know, Ken Sintrek tried out for you guys last year.
He did?
Yeah, he did. He's got a little vendetta here.
I helped his dad write his contract down here.
I know you did.
You're the one.
All right.
You're the one I was getting phone calls from all night.
What a good
Back
game.
to the action on the field here. The throw in for California. Semioli.
Well, in actual fact, it was a great shot from Rollins and a good follow-up by O'Hare. Mark Daugherty couldn't handle the rocket shot from Top Gun. And end of story. Rebound header into the back of the net. 3-1, well-deserved. Who do we talk to about getting a drink here, Dave?
A drink?
Yeah.
I thought you said you liked this hot weather.
Well, I do, but 3-1 down. We might as well have some good food and drinks.
Pregame for the Blackhawks. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll have the Emperors help you out at halftime here.
Okay.
Long it up!
Bad enough, I got to come down here, get behind 3-1. But it's exciting soccer. The Emperors playing with a lot of enthusiasm, and the record is not the value of this team. They're much better than their record.
Tim Martin bringing it in, looking for Carpeting, but De Oliveira, a couple inches over Carpeting. He managed to jump up there, and Sinchak comes out, with his hands on it safely. And both teams going to go back. We're here during the final minutes of this first half of action. What a first half it's been for California. 2 goals by Jerry O'Hara, helping his team take a 3-1 lead over this very talented San Francisco Bay Blackhawks team.
Let's just hope this may be the Emperor's coming out party for scoring goals. Someone needed to step forward and really show that they wanted to be a goal scorer other than Richard Lopez. And we all knew Jerry O'Hara had the talent to do it and the goal-scoring ability, but he's really coming across today with 2 good headers.
Watch the Emperors try to slow this down. Definitely they have to be playing to the clock here, leading 3-1. They'd like to go into this locker room leading by the score they have right now, if not more. Lawrence Lozano, you heard us talking about him a few moments ago, definitely one of the future players, one of the future talents of this league. Ahmad, Corpening, Kinley there, Durkin, California, Rollins, Semioli, Kin, into the inside, Corpening, he fires, and Sinchak buckles under, but he manages to come out with it. And California's going to come down now with Alberto Brew on the far side. Fox. Back to Sinchak. The Emperor's definitely slowing this game down now. Probably just under 5 minutes to go in the first half of this APSL showdown.
Was a good signing, Mike Fox. He's very experienced in midfield and a local kid and a good player, knows when to speed the game up, and good technique. And I think over the season he'll prove to be a very valuable player for your team.
Yeah, I really think that he's helping Giovanni Perez too, because Giovanni's a very talented young player, and by just practicing and being around a Mike Fox and a Richard Ryerson, I really think in the long run it's going to be beneficial for Giovanni.
Throw-in coming up. The California Emperors leading 3-1. Alberto Brew on the far side, looking down for his teammates. He's looking for Fox, but it's O'Hara who's there. California throwing it in again. California. San Francisco knocking it back again. As you can get a shot of the San Francisco bench, you can see several of the players having towels wrapped around their head. You know, they're trying to keep the sun out of them. It's hot up here, and I know they've got it right on them. One position, and that sun ray's got to be a definitely hot feeling here after 25 minutes. Ken Sinchak.
I'll tell you, Terry Rollins must love this heat because he's on fire today. He's playing a great game running up and down the field.
Rollins just got the starting nod a few games ago. Monty Reeves, who's normally up front for California, he injured some ligaments in his leg as well. And he's been out for a few games, and Terry Rollins has filled in nicely, and he's sure come on strong here in this game. Foul called against O'Hara. Kin now for San Francisco, looking for Corpening. Watch it, he's on the run there. Lozano's there, got a foot on it. Lawrence Lozano, one more time, breaking up the opposition here. Those guys went down in a group. Lozano just couldn't quite get there in time, and San Francisco now is going to set up with about 2.5 minutes to go here from the University of Redlands, with the California Emperors leading 3-1. We've got a lot of soccer to go, and Dane Morrisberger on the sideline. You know, he's getting ready to talk with his team. Right here on the Prime Ticket Network, we're bringing you this APSL showdown from the University of Redlands. Throw in for San Francisco. Call for the foul. Navarrete, Nacho. Looking for Kinnear. Broken up by Lozano.
Royce, the official goalkeeper outfit supplier for the California Emperors, would like to invite all youth goalkeepers to partake in the first Royce California Emperors shootout.
Throw in now on the far side. That's Dyak.
Goalkeepers are encouraged to contact the California Emperors soccer office in Redwood at 714-3.
It comes in. Ryerson, though, headed it out, and it's going to be corner kick this time for San Francisco. And as Terry Fisher said, Blackhawks like this shot. Kin's there setting up again, and let's watch what happens.
Any of you in there? Gotta go up. Terry, drop it a bit.
Townsend Kin comes in. Look at that spin. A little bit too far. The Blackhawks can't get it. And California's now going to come back offensively.
Well, the Emperors are playing good defense on that. They've really come a long way in marking up on those, and they're much more organized.
Durkin threw into De Oliveira. Foul on the play against Kinnear. We're under a minute here unofficially. The official time being kept by the officials on the field. Real Meneses, seconds away from taking his team into the locker room at halftime. Right now they're leading 3-1. Durkin and his Emperors slowing it way down here. O'Hara bring into the middle. Ryerson coming down. California on the run again on the far side. Lopez is there in front. Dougherty's there. Oh, it almost went in, but Dougherty with a great job to push that ball out. And the Emperors got nothing that time down. Dougherty with a great diving save there. We're going to take a look at the replay in just 1 second, but first the throw-in's coming up.
It's a throw-in.
For California. It's out to Brew. Ryerson. Fox brings it in. Lopez is there, so is O'Hara. San Francisco, though, they're bringing it down now. To the near side, they're going to lose the ball. Let's take a look at what happened there. That last save there by Dougherty, the replay. Terry Fisher, from your angle, how did you see it?
Well, these balls that are swerving across the goal are really sort of like you putt, Dave. You know, they're going any place. We don't know. And watch this save that Mark Dougherty gets across the whole goal mouth and punches it out. And makes a great save. And this score ends up 4-3. Blackhawks, you'll say that was the turning point of the game right there.
Back to the action. Kin now. Lozano. And Durkin there to break it up, and it's going to be corner kick again. Townsend Kin this side. This time from the other end, the Emperor fans.
On him.
Enjoying this game so far. This Townsend Kin brings it in high again. Semioli, he brings it in back the other way as well. Oh, several players are there, header. But that one's going to be out over the goal line, and it's going to come back now this time. Goal kick for the California Emperors.
Goal kick Emperors.
Well, some missed chances there. Great athletic save by Dougherty on that last replay. And my Lord, what do you guys? You're taking this game seriously today.
You've got to. San Francisco, every time coming out, can be a threat. Last year, their first year in this league, they went all the way to the championship game. This year, they won their first 6 games. Terry, what a start.
Yeah, a lot of them in overtime, a lot of tight games, and as I said, we've been behind quite a bit, so this is nothing new. And I think at halftime, Dean will regroup and probably put a couple of our secret weapons in. The guys under those towels over there, those are secret weapons. So we'll stick those in the second half, and it'll be, if nothing else, it'll be entertaining. And so far, I think the fans that have showed up today have seen a great exhibition from the Emperors, and 4 goals in the first half is enough for anybody.
Coming up at halftime, we'll be talking with Dr. Michael Vargas, the team doctor for the California Emperors. He'll be talking about soccer injuries. Also, we'll be showing you some clips from the earlier youth games here at the University of Redlands. We had 4 youth preliminary games prior to this professional game. All that and more coming up during our halftime report. San Francisco now setting up. Lozano.
Get in.
Townsend Kin on the near side. Watches it go out. Throw in for the Blackhawks. Kinnear's running over. Wurzberger looking at his watch. Kinnear to Kin. Lozano's right there behind him. Kin goes down. No call. Now there's a whistle. And California, they were calling handball. Kin went down. He was looking for the foul call, didn't get it. And the Emperors now with the goal kick. Lozano, as he does so many times, back there to help out.
Personally, I thought Kin should have gotten an Oscar for that action. That was a good job down there.
Yeah, that's true. And, you know, he's just 3-1 down, less than a minute to go. Everything is possible, but...
very smart play.
Durkin.
I wish he'd rather gotten the cross in.
Rollins is there now. Kinnear.
With time running out, it just looked like he wanted to get something
Gallo
started.
to Kin, but it's into the feet of Mike Fox and the Emperor. Final seconds here. Faisal. Jerry O'Hara. But San Francisco getting it back to Doherty. And Doherty now bringing it across well past the center circle. And there you have the whistle, the end of the first half from the University of Redlands. A great first half for the California Emperors. They've taken a 3-1 lead here during this American Professional Soccer League showdown. We're going to step aside for one quick 2-minute break, and when we return, the California Emperors halftime report right here on the Prime Ticket Network.
Untold stories that just had to be told.
It's my fault. I should have known better. I knew him from work. He was a great guy until... Please...
National Soccer League being formed by the merger of the Western Soccer League and the American Soccer League. One of the individuals that's very instrumental in this ongoing process to bring a full-fledged affiliated pro league here to this country, Dan Van Voorhees, the owner-president of the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Dan Van Voorhees joins us now. And Dan, welcome to Prime Ticket, and tell us your thoughts on the status of professional soccer here in the U.S.
Well, obviously, we're just starting, and with the World Cup being played now or soon in Italy, together with the World Cup coming here in 1994, most of us expect a lot more interest and emphasis on outdoor soccer, which is really what we're trying to get going. And as far as I'm concerned, hey, we're just getting going, and we're in the early stages, and as far as I'm concerned, so far, so good.
This has got to be a good sign for you. A large crowd on hand, a first-year team like California, a very jubilant crowd, a very enthusiastic crowd. This has got to be a good thing, and you see Colorado, Salt Lake, other first-year teams, the same type of thing, and this has got to be a good sign for you.
No question about it. I think it's a great crowd, great game, and, you know, we're getting thumped 3-1, and I hope it changes, but still it's a heck of a contest, and the people are really loving it, and as far as I'm concerned, that is truly what the sport is all about, which is teams competing week after week. Anybody can beat anybody else. Newcomers coming and new people being exposed to the sport, which as far as I'm concerned is really what the sport is all about. Very exciting, a lot of fun.
Great, Dan. You've done a great job in San Francisco, and thanks very much for your time here on Prime Ticket.
Same to you, Dave. Thank you.
Dan Van Voorhees, the owner and the president of the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Well, that's going to do it for our California Emperors halftime report right here. We're going to step aside one more time, and when we return, the second half from the University of Redlands right now, the California Emperors and the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks ready to enter the field, with the Emperors taking the lead 3-1. We'll be right back after this brief commercial timeout. San Francisco Bay Blackhawks 3-1, and we're seconds away from the whistle. That's going to begin action here in the second half. Both teams on the field. The crowd is ready. Everyone's anticipating the start of this second half, and the officials getting ready, talking to his linesman, and we're starting things off here at Ted Runner Stadium. The official right now looking at his watch, and there you have it. We're beginning action here. California with the ball. We're changing sides. California now will be going from our right to left in their blue and yellow jerseys. The San Francisco Bay Blackhawks, trying to get things started here in the second half, will be going from left to right.
They've replaced Steve Patuski's taken the place of Robert Gallo in the team for the Blackhawks. Patuski more of an attacking player. Gallo obviously being 3-1 down. I'm a little bit surprised Kyle Whittemore has not come on yet, but I suppose it won't be too long before that he does come in.
Terry Rollins for California there at midfield. Coming up, stripped up from behind. Kin was there. Sam Khalil, Rodo Meneses on the bench after their halftime talk with the Emperors. Hoping to keep this game going in the direction it's going for California. Faisal Ahmed trying to make a run. Didn't get very far into the hands of Doherty. He's got a visor on here to protect the sun. A hat that's going to be doing what he hopes will be a prevention method in terms of keeping the sun out of his eyes. Let's take a look at the statistics for the first half. Rildo Meneses and his California Emperors on the boards, leading 3-1. They had 7 shots on goal compared to 4 for San Francisco. A save each, fouls 8 for California, 7 for San Francisco. 4 corner kicks for the Blackhawks, and amazingly, California came out quite well against those Blackhawk corner kicks and Mr. Townsend Kin. Offsides, 1 apiece. Rildo Meneses and his Emperors looking for victory number 2 this season. They're halfway there. Still plenty of time left. 45 minutes. Regulation play here. Martin had the ball, got it up to his men up front. De Oliveira came across for California.
Dangerous here. Blackhawks, Korpanin is very, very dangerous here. He strikes the ball great, so does Patuski. And it's a very dangerous place for the Blackhawks right now.
Forsberger there signaling to his team. They got the ball down. Patuski, Kinnear, Korpanin are all there. There you see the official ball, the Umbro ball, the official ball sponsor of this American Professional Soccer League. Number 11, Steve Korpanin. There you see the Emperors setting up. Lopez, Fox, and Durkin. Coming in, Sinchak there, broke it up in front. And Ken Sinchak came away from that one with another save.
Nice play by Ken Sinchak on a tough grounder. That was a nice shot there by Podolsky.
There you see the Emperor girls. Miss Inland Empire, Miss Riverside County, Miss San Bernardino County. They've been at all the games this season, and they're out in force again tonight. Another whistle on the play. San Francisco's coming back again. Semioli to the near side. Wilfred Dingens there. Looking for Navarrete. Losing it on the near side and throw in now for California. Nacho Navarrete, number 4 for San Francisco. Alberto Bru, AB as they call him, number 15, into Fox. Fox across field looking for Ahmad. Ahmad on the run. Lopez is there in front. Ahmad setting up. Coming back to this side. O'Hara was in the middle. Fox licked it over. Dayak and O'Hara fired it, but Doherty was there to knock that ball over the top.
Who is that guy, that number 9?
It's Jerry O'Hara, a local boy.
Doesn't he have to be somewhere this afternoon?
Right there on the field with his California Emperors. Here in the second half, there you see Armando Ceja. He has the red card that he got against Colorado. He's not playing today. Lucky Tomisson in the white hat in the back there. He soon will become a full-fledged U.S. citizen, and at that point he's going to be activated to the California Emperors active roster. Only 2 foreign players allowed on each 18-man roster in this league. De Oliveira, Faisal Ahmad filling those 2 spots for the Emperors, and Lucky Tomisson anxiously awaiting the day when he becomes a U.S. citizen and can join this Emperor team. The corner kick, Mike Fox is there. Brings it in, but San Francisco Kinnear, great job of stopping that play. Semioli now. Rollins. San Francisco back to Doherty. And it's going to be San Francisco now bringing the ball back.
Both teams have come out fired up this half, and San Francisco looks to put number 7, Podolsky, and he looks like a real scrapper kind of charger guy.
San Francisco bringing the ball across midfield. Patuski, number 7. Down to the far side. Looking for Kin again.
They're going to have to do a better job, Blackhawks, of using these free kicks. Dangerous ball there from Patuski a second ago on the rebound. This free kick from the side, we're going to have to throw a lot of people forward and take some risks. We don't mind losing 5-6-1, but just send people forward and take some chances.
Patuski setting up for the throw-in. Ahmad, number 11. Faisal Ahmad is there. The Inland Empire, the home of the Emperors. There's a scramble in front, Sinchak. A whistle.
Somewhat of a mystery there. I don't know what happened. Guy hitting the ball must have pushed against Blackhawks against the Emperors.
Lozano. Another whistle. Offside call. It's going to be California now. watching the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks setting up.
The Emperors have got to keep their intensity level high here because San Francisco is really going to put a pressure on them. They got to just keep it up and not try and force the goals and just let them happen like they did in the first half. I think that's very important for the Emperors, not to press too much, just to let things happen and keep it up.
California leading this game 3-1 here in the second half. The underdog California Emperors on top of the powerful San Francisco Bay Blackhawks.
They're no underdogs. They're playing at the Bulldogs' place, and they're not, they're not playing like a team that just won one match. And I think that the fans that are watching this broadcast should come out and see a very fine, well-organized new team, and certainly good entertainment value, and support this franchise.
But when you look at the two teams on paper, you've got to call the Emperors the underdog coming into this game. California now on the far side. Ahmed was there, broken up. San Francisco now setting up. Kinnear and San Francisco on the run, bringing it across midfield. De Oliveira was there, sliding tackle. Alberto Bru.
Well, the referee missed another bad foul there against, by number 3 of the Emperors against Scotty Wolferding, and he just got waylaid. That's an experienced professional foul, and Wolfie just has to be a little bit more experienced and jump through those tackles. I'm impressed with those O'Hare guy. He's a battler.
Jerry Herrera definitely playing one of his better games this season. Petoskey now for San Francisco on the far side. Finn. Ahmed was there from behind, and now it's number 12, Lozano. Back to Ahmed. Ahmed looking for Lopez.
Great skill in a tight space there, Lozano.
Semioli. Petoskey. Korpening back to Petoskey, fires. Kinsenchek dove, but that ball didn't have a chance of getting in, although it wasn't a bad shot there.
Good little combination between Korpening and Petoskey. Unfortunately, the ball went a little bit too wide and high. But that's the way you're going to have to be cautious, build up your attacks and take some risks at this stage.
San Francisco missing many of its players. The U.S. national team in Italy getting ready for the World Cup, but still they're fielding a well-rounded team here. Sam Khalil watching things from the sideline. Lopez for California was there, number 2. Faisal Ahmed throwing it in. Actually to his teammate Bill Durkin, who's going to come over and take over.
A little bit of time wasting, which is very good for a young team.
Durkin heaving it in. O'Hara's there again. There's 2 players. Rollins! And the goal! Terry Rollins for the California Emperors, putting it past Doherty, and it's a 4-1 game right now for the California Emperors. It's time to celebrate, Emperors. They've taken this lead to 3 goals over the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Terry Rollins, the man that Terry Fisher called Top Gun, topping it into the goal, and it's 4-1 right now. The crowd loves it. Let's take a look at the replay. Dean Foley, how did you see it?
Well, I wouldn't go as far to say it's celebrating right now. There's a lot of time left. Looks right here, Billy Durkin brings it in. A little bit of confusion. Terry Rollins just left wide open for the easy goal.
Looking at the faces of those Emperors, they were celebrating, if only momentarily. They know there's a lot of time left, but they are enjoying it while they can. San Francisco on the run now. Fired it, but it's right into Ken Sinchak. California leading 4-1 this game right now. Definitely going in favor of California, but still plenty of time to go. And Terry Fisher knows that 3 goals is something that his team can overcome. And we'll see what happens. We're going to be with you right here for the rest of this American Professional Soccer League Showdown.
Well,
Semioli.
Sorry, Dave, I'm looking over in the owner's box, and Dan Foley has a big smile. Dan Van Voorhis has less than a big smile. And, hey, Rollins, 2 Blackhawk defenders went for the same throw-in. Normally happens, lack of communication. Ball drops to the opportunistic Rollins, and he took no time. Doherty came out, stranded, outside of the right foot, stuffed it into the back.
And there you see the owner's box. Dan Foley on the left in the white shirt, the owner of the California Emperors. Dan Van Voorhis on the right, the owner of the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. Both of them enjoying this afternoon of soccer here. California coming down again. O'Hara, number 9, collides with Doherty. California still has the ball. Doherty's way out, but by the time O'Hara gets there, Doherty's going to be back in position. The Emperors lose it on the near side.
Well, Doherty lost his helmet. Got his helmet back on now. If anything else, Dave, it'll turn into a fun game. I mean, it's like last night, 10-2, Seattle, Arizona. Give me a break, folks.
Incredible. At first, I thought that was a typo until I saw that it was the official score from the league, and that's
good for them.
That shows that there can be a lot of goals scored here.
Good for them.
Arizona, having won at Salt Lake, went to Seattle. Lost by 8, but still, Arizona's been coming on strong the last few weeks. Ken Sinchak.
Well, they're warming up Kyle Whittemore, our secret weapon.
Has the towel been removed?
He's got the towel off, and he's warming up.
Ready to make his appearance here. One of those
4-1 down. Okay. Time to go.
One of those second-half secret weapons. We'll see if the Blackhawks' secret weapon can stop the Emperor's top gun, who scored the goal.
Maybe too late.
A few seconds ago. And California's on top, 4-1.
Yeah, the Emperor's looking good. It's the most goals that they've scored ever in a game, almost in the whole season. But they're really playing some aggressive soccer today. But once again, it's not over until it's over, and they got to keep the intensity level up.
We're good visitors, though.
In there, making his run. One more time, though. Lawrence Lozano, talented player. He's done a great job defensively tonight for California. He's been doing a great job all season. Faisal Ahmed running his way down to Ryerson. Ryerson looking for Lopez, but San Francisco put it out over the far side, and throw-in's going to come back now for the California Emperors. You can see the large crowd on hand. Dean Wurzberger, can't believe it. Either that or he's starting to feel the sun on the top of his head. I know it's hot for us up here. Real Jimenez, Sam Khalil, still in 10 into this game. Their team leading 4-1. Plenty of time to go, though, for San Francisco. Fox to the near side. This is AB, Alberto Brew, 15. Looking for Lopez. San Francisco, Petoskey. There's Lopez in front of the goal! Lopez! Richard Lopez! Another goal for California. This time, Richard Lopez put it in. Past Thorny, and it's a 5-1 game for California. We got to take a look at this replay. Goal number 5 for California. Dean Foley, take it away. Look at that crowd going wild.
What looks again is this Lopez just got off, and he's opened the open. Easy goal again.
California, Richard Lopez. Goal number 5 tonight, and it's a 4-goal advantage for California. What a tremendous effort here by California so far. San Francisco right now with the ball at midfield. 5-1, the California Emperors over the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks.
Are there any earlier flights out of Ontario? We're not flying out till tonight. Can we fly out earlier?
We've invited you to our post-game party.
I think we'll go to the airport and start thinking about Seattle.
Durkin over to Faisal.
Well, what the heck? We might as well get 3 goals and get some points anyhow.
Lozano. Faisal Ahmed. Lopez on a foot race.
This linesman on the far side is having a disaster. This guy was offsides 5 yards. And what the heck?
A yard and a half.
Well, opportunistic. Good for you guys. Blackhawks come to town, and I'm going to ask you guys if you know this team used to be the Kickers, right?
Last year, the California Kickers.
I'll have you know that the Blackhawks have never beaten the Kickers. We lost to them both times last year, and there's something about those guys.
This team was the California Kickers last year, but an off-season sale or subsequent move here to the Inland Empire, and we've got a new, fresh team, the California Emperors, this season. And right now, they're leading the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks 5-1.
But it's early.
Still early. Plenty of time to go here. The clock's ticking down, but there's a lot of ticks left on it. Ken Sinchak and his Emperors slowing things down. Sinchak making his second start for the California Emperors. It's been a dandy so far.
Who got that last goal? Lopez?
Richard Lopez scored at Colorado and scored again here. In fact, that's goal number 4 for Richard Lopez this season, leading the team. But Jerry O'Hara is very close after his performance tonight. San Francisco now. Petoskey and Kinnear teaming up on the far side. Semioli bringing it across. Navarrete looking for Corpening. But now California sets up. Here's O'Hara. Jerry O'Hara, number 9. Trying to get position there in front. Comes back a little bit. O'Hara moving in front. No, Emperors are there, and it's going to be Semioli clearing it out. Tim Martin. And now Mike Fox on the near side, setting up for the throw-in.
If you look at Jerry O'Hara, he doesn't look like a very fast guy. He's a big guy, but he's really got some wheels on him. He can really move once he gets going.
Tim Martin having broken up the play.
Looks like a big rig.
Patuski to Kinnear. Kinnear to Kin. Now it's Patuski. Ryerson now on the far side. Getting it back to his goalie, Ken Sinchak. The crowd likes every move that California's making at this stage with their team leading 5-1. You can understand that. Everybody likes the winner. Mike Fox now. Back to Sinchak. Sinchak has come down, as Terry Fisher said, from the Blackhawks neck of the woods. He attended Humboldt State. And he's back there killing the clock for California. The Emperors leading by 4 goals here. Second half of action from the University of Redlands. This American Professional Soccer League showdown. Rollins. Fox is in there now. Into the near side to Brew. AB to O'Hara. Patuski getting it back. On the far side, that's Kin. Went up with Durkin. Durkin went down hard. He's getting up though. Ahmed coming across to the near side. Fox, he's on the run. Bringing it into the corner. Fox gets it by. Bringing it across. O'Hara's there, but so is Doherty, and Doherty gets his hands on it just in time. San Francisco now coming down. Kin on the far side. Ahmed for California, broken up. The crowd likes it. And San Francisco's going to set up for the throw-in.
Hockman's really playing a great game tonight. He's really hustling all over the field, creating a lot of problems.
You can see the rather large crowd there, making a nice backdrop here for this professional soccer game. Great afternoon of soccer. Kyle Whittemore, the substitute, as Terry Fisher mentioned, the secret weapon onto the field here. Corpening now, number 11. Go for it, but California comes out. This is Fox, number 14, to the near side. Terry Rollins, the top gun, as Mr. Fisher called him. He's got the ball. Didn't do much in San Francisco now. Dayak, Navarrete, to Patuski. Now Kinnear. Gets it past Ahmed. Ahmed looking a bit tired there at midfield. Kin on the far side. Knocked out by Durkin, and it's going to be throw in San Francisco.
Fast break soccer here. It's back and forth action. Emperors going one way, the Blackhawks coming back the other way.
Dean Wurzburger and San Francisco got a victory at San Diego last night. Right now they're trailing 5-1. The clock's ticking down. Still there's plenty of time here in the second half. Goes Patuski in the middle to Navarrete. Navarrete being guarded by AB. Coming across, Durkin's there, heads it out. Ahmed, he got a foot on it, but he's quickly swarmed down by San Francisco. Blackhawks moving around in front of the goal, but broken up one more time. Lawrence Lozano, and it's going to be coming up now for San Francisco.
Lawrence is always there when the Emperors need him. He's just a very steady player. Faisal Ahmed again, though, just mixing it up, not giving up on any ball. He's really showing a lot of determination out there today.
Throw in for San Francisco. Kin's there. Bicycle kick in front. Sinchak going for it. Navarrete has it. Sinchak back in position. Is headed out nicely by California. AB number 15 was there to help out his teammate, Ken Sinchak, the goalie. And San Francisco is going to set up again. Navarrete on the corner, kick the near side. Navarrete brings it in high. Couple Blackhawks are there. Korpening's there. Sinchak tries for it. So did Korpening. And a whistle's on the play. And it looks like it's going to come back for California. And we're going to step aside for one quick timeout here. Our 1-minute commercial break during the second half of our coverage. Our American Professional Soccer League. The California Emperors leading the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks 5-1. We'll return right after this to the University of Redlands.
Get ready to advance the art of fun on the water. Get yourself into your local Sea-Doo dealer and take a look at the 1990 Sea-Doo from Bombardier. Sea-Doo is the versatility machine. Now you can get down with no money down and no payments till August with our deferred payment program. For For details on the full line of fun on the water with no money down, come into your local Sea-Doo dealer. Sea-Doo, like nothing on earth.
If you want to be a winner, there's something you ought to know. It's going to take a lot of hard work and power burst.
Winners rely on Power Burst, the sports drink that fueled the 49ers to 2 Super Bowl championships. Power Burst is nutritionally designed not only to quench your thirst, but increase endurance with 4 energy-boosting flavors.
Finally, a sports drink that tastes great.
Be a winner. Power up with the refreshing taste of Power Burst, a sports drink that tastes great.
This is a golfer. He'll play anywhere. Golf Digest magazine helps his game anywhere he plays with instructional articles from top pros. So wherever you play better with Golf Digest.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $19.77. Call 800-631-1000 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-631-1000 now.
Back here at the University of Redlands, the California Emperors leading 5-1. They're on the attack again. California now with the ball. Faisal Ahmed, number 11, he fires, but Doherty's there one more time. And the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks are going to be coming out with the ball here offensively. What a game this has turned out to be for the California Emperors. Leading by 4 goals. The crowd loves it. They're cheering on this hometown team. Corpening for San Francisco. Had the ball. It's out over the far side. And the throw-in's going to come back now for the California Emperors. Faisal Ahmed. Lopez on the run. The far side. To Rollins in front of the goal. Rollins fired. That's over the top. And Terry Rollins, top gun in that one. Well over the top, though, in San Francisco now. It's going to come back offensively.
Terry Rollins has just had numerous opportunities today, and he's cashed in on them, but right there, he just needed to get over the ball just a little bit more, and he could have drilled that one in for another goal for the Emperors.
Terry Rollins out of Norton Air Force Base. Started this season playing defensively for the Emperors. They moved him around a lot. Now his speed's paying off for them. Tusky. Corpening now. Ryerson. Rollins again. This is Kinnear. Townsend Kin. Durkin is there. Breaks it up on the goal line side. He's going to come back now for the Blackhawks. Ken Sinchak.
He could beat him. Well, that was a good signing this week by Rildo to get Bill Durkin. He's really played a good game for his first time out. Kind of got his feet wet in the first few minutes and really settled down to have a really nice game.
Losing 2 defensive players, 1 to injury, 1 to a red card. Meneses knew he had to do something in terms of bringing in another quality defensive player. Now we're ready this time. Kinnear's running, heads it. Going to come back now to California. Offside called in the play. San Francisco. Trying to get the official to change his mind, but doesn't look like it's going to happen, as it never has for the Emperors so many times this season. The Blackhawks will be showing a bit of frustration here. The final minutes of this APSL showdown. That's Bill Durkin. Played out of the semi-pro league out of the San Fernando Valley prior to joining the Emperor organization this past week. Kinnear now for San Francisco. Rollins. Fox as well. Kin. Nice job of keeping that one into play. Still California now is going to be coming down offensively. That shows it right there. One of Terry Fisher's secret weapons. The sun, everything, taking its toll on the players. De Oliveira, Alex De Oliveira. To Rollins. De Oliveira coming up front. He's out of Brazil, one of Rildo Meneses' early signings. Injured in Portland, sat out 4 games in a row. Recently returned to the lineup. Semioli. And Ken Sinchak is there again for California. Backed up by AB, Alberto Brew. We're under 10 minutes to go here in this second half of action. Mike Fox bringing his team down into O'Hara again. Fox out to Ryerson, now to Ahmed. Faisal Ahmed and his team coming down. The shot comes in. O'Hara's there! Jerry O'Hara did it again! Took the cross coming in, put it past Doherty, and another goal for the California Emperors. Goal number 6. They've taken a 5-goal lead over this Blackhawk team, and it's a boisterous crowd here at the University of Redlands. The Emperors loving a little bit of icing on the cake. They'll tell you right now they've taken the lead. There you see the crowd cheering it on, and let's take a look at the replay. Dean Foley, take it away.
Well, it was just excellent ball control by the Emperors, just passing it all the way up. Here it comes to Richard Lopez. He just puts a nice cross there, and Jerry O'Hara's just the right man, the right place. The Emperors just dissecting San Francisco's defense to come up with another goal.
Jerry O'Hara with another goal tonight. A great effort. A hat trick for Jerry O'Hara, goal number 3. What a post-game show we're going to have. Jerry O'Hara definitely is going to be included in our conversation after the end of this regulation play. We've got about 8 minutes to go here in the second half from the University of Redlands. The Emperors have taken control of this game. They've almost put it away. Petoskey now coming down.
Yep, they've almost put it away.
If the Emperors lose, I'll walk back to San Francisco, as they say.
I think right here you got to attribute a lot of this to the coaches, Rildo and Sam, because, you know, getting off to an 0-6 start was really tough, but they stuck with their system. They didn't panic. They didn't go through a wholesale change with players. They just tried a few new things, and it seems to really be working out for them.
Petoskey threw it in right to the hands of Ken Sinchak. Richard Lopez. Ahmed. This is Fox. Lozano. Rollins on the near side. Rollins. Dayak.
I got to.
And the bench for the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. They'll be leaving the Inland Empire shortly after this game, going back to San Francisco, getting ready for their next game with Seattle.
That's it, I don't have any more.
Alberto Brew, number 15. Looking for O'Hara. Petoskey was there for San Francisco. Terry Rollins, along with O'Hara. We had some great moments up front. Richard Lopez, his 4th goal as well. Jerry O'Hara, number 9. Already number 4 is there to guard him. And Doherty gets his hands on it for San Francisco. A hat trick for Jerry O'Hara. What a great game for him here in his hometown, you could say. As close as makes any difference. Whittemore fired it with a bit of frustration. That was well over the top. They love it here in Redlands. The crowd on hand. It's quieted down a bit.
If you look at the Blackhawk players, they're 4 guys standing with their hands on their knees, and the effects of, I think, 2 games in 2 days has caught up with them. Emperors deserve to win the game. They played really well, but I think anytime you go on the road and play back-to-back matches, you need that early goal. The Blackhawks got it. They couldn't keep the lead, and the Emperors were off and running, and you know, defense has been sort of Dean's slogan, and not able to hold that 1-goal lead was the difference in the game. The way the Emperors came right back.
Surprisingly, when California went on the road last week, they lost to Salt Lake 4-1 and then came back to the second game in 2 days and won. Victory number 1 this season. And they're here looking for victory number 2, and they're moments away from it. Mike Fox, number 14, to AB. AB back to Fox. California. Slowing down, but Kin's there in front. Kin's there in front. Kin's on, but it hits the side of the net.
Well, I think a key to today is that we have not heard Townsend Kin's name that much. He's a very explosive player, and somehow the Emperors have contained him in that he has not had an opportunity to create a lot of stuff that he's been creating this year. I believe one game he had a 4-assist game.
Up in Portland when we came back from being down 2-0 to being equalized at halftime, and Townsend had 4 assists. But he was one of the players that got injured against Santa Barbara and didn't play yesterday, and you're right, he hasn't had one of his better games today either.
Substitution for California, that was Joe Giacalone, number 8, we just saw. Replaces Bill Durkin, number 5. In the final minutes here, we've got about 4 minutes and 20 seconds unofficially in this game, this American Professional Soccer League game right here on Prime Ticket. Looks like, for all intents and purposes, another victory for the California Emperors. Their first victory at home this season. It's going to be a very festive evening tonight for the California Emperors. Dean Wurzburger will be packing up his bags for San Francisco and going home and getting ready for the rest of the season and trying to maintain his position atop the APSL West Northern Division. A very competitive Northern Division, Terry. All the teams together, and even the last place team had a winning record by last look.
I think all the teams in the whole league, north and south, are very competitive, and I don't think any game is easy. And somewhat unpredictable are some of the scores, but good balance in the league, and I think it's very exciting for the fans, and encourage everybody to come out and give our product a look.
California with a big 6-1 lead over the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks. A very exciting game here. Professional soccer at its best here in Southern California. Monty Reeves and Kurt Allen on the bench for California. We saw seconds ago, and there you see Joe Giacalone, the recent substitution. He played for the San Diego Nomads last year. The San Diego Nomads losing by 1 goal to San Francisco, but it was a very close game. San Francisco getting their goal in the last few moments there in San Diego. Richard Lopez now. O'Hara. Jerry O'Hara fires off of Dyack into the hands of Doherty. This is Kinnear. California was basically the last team in either the North or South divisions to get going in terms of generating some points. But they're off and running now. The victory at Colorado, now this one tonight, and they're going to be moving up the ladder. Shot coming in. Navarrette's there, number 4. AB's in front of him for California. Navarrete comes across the header. And Simchak, though, got his hands on it. And the Emperors watching that clock tick down. We're about 2 minutes to go here. Unofficially, 2 minutes away from victory number 2 for the California Emperors. And their first victory at home, and this crowd's going to love it. They've sat through many games for the Emperors here, and now they can enjoy a victory with California. Kinnear at midfield. To the far side. This is Kim. Whittemore and Lozano. Mike Fox comes back. Flicks it to Sinchak. And California can only watch the clock tick away.
The Emperors are very fortunate. They've got 2 outstanding goalies. Chris Wilson, who started off the season and had a little bit of bad luck, and now that Ken Sinchak has really shown that he's a qualified goalie in this league.
Sinchak bringing it out again to the near side. It's going to come out. More time ticking off the clock. Doherty, the headpiece. Patuski, the ball. And Faisal Ahmed, pretty close to the victory, along with the rest of his California Emperors. Kinnear. Semioli back to Kinnear. Down to the far side. Kin is there. Kin and the Blackhawks looking to get at least a point or 2 here in the final seconds to add to their Northern Division tally. Kinnear. Lopez was quick to come on the play. Giacalone there as well for California. The throw in now. San Francisco. Patuski. Great sliding tackle there by Giacalone.
Yeah, Rildo made a good move, Coach Vanessa's, by putting a fresh body on Townsend Ken. Joe Giacalone playing him very tough, and you know that the Blackhawk players are tired.
California coming down. Faisal Ahmed, he's got the ball. Broken up, though, by San Francisco. Mike Fox retaining possession for his team. De Oliveira. Rollins. Rollins back to Fox. Alberto Brew. Going across. Ryerson. Ryerson was there, and that's the final whistle. The California Emperors have done it. Victory number 1 on their home field, the University of Redlands. What a great afternoon of soccer it was for the California Emperors. The crowd loves it. They're on their feet cheering on this California Emperor team. And we're going to step aside one more time here on the Prime Ticket Network. When we return, our post-game show. The California Emperors have knocked off the San Francisco Bay Blackhawks 6-1. And we'll be back to talk with the winning team. Jerry O'Hara, the hat trick. He'll be our post-game guest right here on the Prime Ticket Network.
The Spanish-language newspaper brings you unprecedented bilingual coverage of World Cup Championship Soccer. Call 1-900-896-COPA for the purchase point nearest you and the latest information on Italy 90. 1-900-896
June 3rd, 1990, a hot afternoon in Redlands, California, the heart of Southern California's Inland Empire. The California Emperors stunning the soccer world by thrashing the powerful San Francisco Bay Blackhawks with goal after goal. Forward Jerry O'Hara showing his skills up front. He records 3 goals against the Blackhawk defense. The Emperors beat San Francisco 6-1. Jerry O'Hara goes out with a hat trick. Ahmed to Fox again. Rollins fires, but it's right at Doherty. Goal for California! Goal number 3 in this game. Goal number 2 for Jerry O'Hara. And it's a 3-1 game, and this crowd loves it. The University of Redlands is rocking, and the California Emperors have taken the lead. Coming down. The shot comes in. O'Hara's there! Jerry O'Hara did it again! Took the cross coming in, put it past Doherty, and another goal for the California Emperors. Goal number 6.
Jerry O'Hara becoming last week's Player of the Week for the entire American Professional Soccer League's Western Conference. The Emperors' 6-1 victory over San Francisco, making California the talk of the APSL. Tonight, the California Emperors are looking for their 3rd straight victory as the APSL's hottest team invades the desert Southwest. Suburban Phoenix, Arizona, the city of Mesa. Mesa Community College is the site for tonight's APSL showdown between the California Emperors and the Arizona Condors right here on the Prime Ticket Network. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Bolton, right here at John Riggs Stadium, the campus of Mesa Community College. It's a windy evening. Tropical storm Boris off of Mexico is coming this way. It was hot most of the afternoon. It's cooled down a bit, but the winds are picking up. It should be a very interesting evening of soccer. This will be the first meeting of 1994, the California Emperors and the Arizona Condors. Both teams are battling to make the playoffs coming out of the APSL Western Conference's Southern Division. It should be an interesting matchup, and we're going to step aside for one quick moment here on the Prime Ticket Network. When we return, we'll be talking with Jerry O'Hara, the man who came through with the hat trick last week for the California Emperors. All this and more as our pregame show continues right here during our coverage of the California Emperors on the Prime Ticket Network.
A completely
soccer game Friday, June 22nd against the Colorado Foxes. School's out. It's celebration time. The Emperors will help you kick off summer vacation with this professional soccer spectacle. The game begins at 7:30 at the University of Redlands in Redlands, California, east of San Bernardino off Highway 10. Call 714-335-2963 for ticket information. And remember, this is an end-of-school party you won't want to miss.
The Spanish-language newspaper brings you unprecedented bilingual coverage of World Cup Championship Soccer. 1-900-896-COPA for the purchase point nearest you and the
time break. The California Emperors leading the Arizona Condors 3-1. It's been a very exciting. Back here at John Riggs Stadium on the campus of Mesa Community College, we've just finished the preliminary game here. It was an under-16 team from Scotland taking on a local under-16 all-star team from the Phoenix area, and we're getting ready moments away from the start of our American Professional Soccer League showdown, the California Emperors and the Arizona Condors right here at John Riggs Stadium. Joining us now, the man of the moment last week for the California Emperors, Jerry O'Hara, the man that came through with the hat trick. Tell me, Jerry, the big win over San Francisco must have given the team a boost coming into this game. What are we looking for?
Definitely gave us a big boost, but you know, our record's 2-6, so we have to keep things in perspective and take them one game at a time. And maybe when we're back at 500, we can, you know, afford to let up a little bit. But right now, you know, we're in the cellar and we got to get out of there.
But looking at the team's attitude during the past week, after losing the first few games that the team played and then coming back with back-to-back wins over Colorado and San Francisco, that must have changed the whole outlook of the players and the entire organization.
Oh, yeah. There's a much better feeling now amongst the teammates, the players, the coaches, everything, because we are winning. And, you know, I know what it was like when we were losing, and I think all the players want to keep it on the winning side. It's a much better feeling.
Great, Jerry. Good luck tonight. I know you got to get back to the locker room. Thanks for taking some time out.
Thanks, Dave.
Jerry O'Hara, the man that scored the hat trick last week, giving California the victory over San Francisco. That's going to do it for our pregame show right here on Prime Ticket. We're going to step aside one more time when we return the starting lineups from John Riggs Stadium, where we're all trying to brave Tropical Storm Boris. We'll be back right after this brief commercial timeout with first half action from Mesa Community College.
The team by purchasing your official Emperor apparel and souvenirs. And don't forget, kids, say no to drugs. I'm Chris Wilson, goalkeeper of the California Emperors. Give us a call. All sizes available. T-shirts, sweats, hats, and much, much more. Join me during this season in your official Emperor outfit.
Here on the campus of Mesa Community College, our APSL showdown, the California Emperors, the Arizona Condors. Both teams are on the field getting ready for the start of this championship game here in this regular season activities for both the Arizona Condors and the California Emperors. We're just seconds away from the kickoff here. The wind that we had a few moments ago, it's died down. It should be a very, very interesting evening of soccer. There shouldn't be much of a windstorm bothering each of these players. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here, beginning with the California Emperors. Jerry O'Hara, Richard Lopez up front. We all know Jerry O'Hara, the hat trick last week against San Francisco. The midfielders once again, Terry Rollins, Mike Fox, Richard Ryerson, Faisal Ahmad. The men back in the backfield for California, Lawrence Lozano, the stopper, Bill Durkin, Alberto Bru, and the sweeper again, Alex de Oliveira. California sticking with basically the same lineup that the team had last week during its victory over San Francisco. The goalkeeper one more time for California, Ken Sinchak. He's 2-0. After his first start at Colorado and then his start last week at San Francisco, the Emperors are 2-0, and one more time, Ken Sinchak getting the starting nod. The substitutes, the players that will be coming off of the bench for California, Giovanni Perez, Kurt Allen, Joe Giacalone, Armando Ceja, and Chris Wilson, who started the first 6 games of 1990 in a goal. And once again, the coach for the California Emperors, he's the man that's been directing this team from the sidelines, Rildo Meneses. He's from Brazil. He played with Pele many years, and he's bringing that international experience here to the California Emperors. As we're underway here, we're going to take a quick look at the Arizona Condors, the home team tonight. Up front, they have Mark Curlin, Daniels, and Rogers. The midfielders, Gonzalez, Moon, and Armstrong. And the players backfield, Bryant, Stratton, Otley, and Carter. Arizona going 4-3-3. The goalkeeper tonight, he's out of Phoenix, a native of Arizona. Todd Elias, number 1, he'll be in the goal for Arizona, stopping the shots that California hopes to be taking tonight. And the substitutes, the players that will be coming off of the bench for the Arizona Condors, Brian Rice, Greg Veets, Martin Holm, Josh Dukes, and Peter Pucha. And the coach, as we look at California, taking the shot there early on. It got by. That's a goal for California. Just when we're giving you the lineups, the Emperors take the quick 1-0 lead. And one more time, it looks like it was number 2. Richard Lopez that helped out Richard Ryerson make the goal, and it's Ryerson scoring the goal for California, and the Emperors have taken the 1-0 lead. Just seconds into this game, a great start, and the Emperors have gotten off to a very, very fast start. We've got a replay of that goal, and we'd like to see it because we were talking about the replays. Here it comes. There you see it coming down for California. Ryerson putting it past Elias, and it's 1-0 California. Dean Foley, who's joining me in the booth. Dean, what did you think?
Oh, that's something that the Emperors needed on the road, and first road game is get off to a quick start, and Richard Ryerson just took a nice feed over there and shot it in for the first shot and made a goal.
Arizona in front, they fired, but Ken Sinchak was there to break it up, and right after California scored, it was Arizona that came back, and now it's Arizona here on offense. Stratton has the ball for Arizona, and it's being brought down there by the California players. Number 15, Alberto Bru. We forgot to mention the coach for Arizona, Adrian Webster. He's been with the team for the last 2 years. Last year was Arizona's first year in this league, and he's back now for year number 2. Also joining us in the booth, Fran Bacon. He's from Arizona, coached with the team last year. Fran, welcome to Prime Ticket and KVCR Channel 24. Your feelings on tonight's matchup?
Well, that first goal is going to be difficult to overcome, but when you're on the road, that's what you have to do, score early, because usually it's a home team advantage.
California. This is Alberto Brew, number 15. To Faisal Ahmed, number 11. Ahmed looking down. That's Terry Rollins trying to come across. Carter for Arizona knocked it up, and it's going to be Arizona now coming back on the attack offensively one more time as we look at Faisal Ahmed. The throw-in, Armstrong has the ball for Arizona. Les Armstrong, number 4. He's from Royal Oak, Michigan. Mark Curlin was there. Now it's back to Gonzalez. Rogers.
Carter.
Back to Carter. Stratton now on the far side for Arizona. The Condors come into this game a 3-6 record. California 2-6.
4.
Both teams trying to make the playoffs. California leading 1-0 here early in this first half of action. That goal coming just after seconds of action. Couldn't even get to the lineups before California put it to Arizona. Gonzalez. De Oliveira was there, number 3, Alex De Oliveira. Getting the ball back to the Emperors. On the near side, California comes down on the run. This is Faisal Ahmed. Jerry O'Hara was there as well. Dwayne Bryant stopped it for Arizona. California still maintains possession here. This is Alberto Brew, number 15. One more time coming into Faisal Ahmed. And again, Arizona putting on the defense. Jeff Rogers. It's brought out back, though, by Jerry O'Hara. Tackled from behind. And Arizona now. Gonzalez bringing it into the center. Daniels on the near side. Got past De Oliveira. Terry Rollins was there, putting on a little bit of defense for California. This is Carter. Across to Stratton. Stratton fires, but it goes to the near side, wide of the goal, and California now is going to come back on offense.
It was good defense there by California. They're not bunching too much, and they're sticking with their men and forcing the guy not to get a good shot on that one.
Let's take a look at Arizona taking that shot on goal. It was Stratton, number 3, that put his foot on it. Fran Bacon, your thoughts?
Well, you'll see Stratton do that all night. Stratton likes to overlap a lot, and he becomes an offensive threat from that fullback position.
This is Arizona coming back now. That's Rogers. Faisal came in. Brew again. That was into Ryerson. De Oliveira back to Alberto Brew. Brew brings it down across midfield. Looking for Richard Lopez, number 2. Otley putting on the defense. Back to Elias. Todd Elias began his soccer career at age 6. He's been involved in the game quite actively here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. This is Otley again. California coming down several times here. Looking strong defensively, offensively. They've taken the 1-goal nudge over Arizona. Ball comes across midfield. There's a scramble for it there. That was Stratton knocking it up high. Ahmed with the header. This is O'Hara. What a hat trick he had last week. I'm sure California would like him to have another one tonight. Faisal Ahmed on the run here on the near side. Losing the ball over the goal line. It's going to come back out. Goal kick for the Arizona Condors.
Well, the Emperors have really come out here and tried to set the pace like they have all week, and that is a one-touch go, give-and-go type soccer, and they're doing it quite well here. Arizona is a very explosive team with Curlin up in front, and the Emperors just better be ready for a good defensive battle tonight.
Elias coming out now, taking the ball out of Brown midfield. That was Ryerson again. Arizona. Curlin, one of the leading players on this team. He's also a native of Phoenix, Arizona. He played for the team last year. A regular participant in the indoor soccer league. Carter was there, breaking up the play, stopping the Emperors coming down. Wesley Wade, another Arizona Condor player, will be joining this team real soon, following his stunt this season with the San Diego Sockers of the MISL. A stint for Wesley Wade that turned out to be very successful. The corner kick coming in high by California. Got over the goal line, and it's going to go back one more time to Arizona. Elias setting up. Brings it out. Scramble for it there. Rogers got the most of it, but this is Lawrence Lozano. Brings it to Brew. Brew now back to Lozano. Lozano knocking it off of Arizona. Throw-in coming back for the California Emperors. Alberto Brew, the throw-in. You see the nice low-angle shot bringing you into this game here. John Riggs Stadium, Mesa, Arizona. Richard Lopez on the near side, number 2. That was Jason Moon. Faisal Ahmed throwing the ball in. What a job on defense California has been doing so far. This is Arizona coming back now. Brew was there with the header, getting it back to Faisal. Faisal brings it into the center. Who's there? Emperor's trying for it. That was O'Hara, but not quite enough as it gets back into the hands of Todd Elias.
Well, once again, Faisal seems to have come out today with an offensive mind, and he put a nice cross up there. Jerry just wasn't positioned in quite the place to get the header.
Throw in now coming up for Arizona. We look at Alberto Brew. Brad Stratton, he'll be throwing it in, kicking the ball there actually on the far side. The wind's picking up a bit here. Playing havoc with everything inside, including the microphones. We have an open window here in the press box. California now. At midfield. This is Mike Fox, number 14. He's coming in. On the run. Several players in there. Jerry O'Hara! Goal! Goal for the California Emperors! Jerry O'Hara on the run. The man that had the hat trick last week comes through here. Goal number 2 for the California Emperors, and California's out on top of the Arizona Condors by a score of 2-0. Jerry O'Hara picking up right where he left off last week against San Francisco. Let's take a look at the replay here. Dean Foley, one more time. You take it away.
Well, once again, here's Ryerson, gives it off here to Mike Fox. Mike Fox just comes up, gives it off to Jerry O'Hara. He's wide open, and boom, right in the goal. Upper left-hand corner. That's a goal for Jerry. He's on fire, Dave.
Les Armstrong again. This is Otley, number 17. Otley goes over to the far side. Stratton is there. That goal by Jerry O'Hara coming at the 13-minute mark. And surprisingly, the first goal of this game, the one we saw there by Richard Ryerson, 1 minute, 34 seconds into this game. So with just over 13 minutes ticked off the clock, we have the Emperors on top, 2-0. Moon bringing it across midfield for his Arizona Condors. This is Daniels, but it's De Oliveira for California, and Ken Sinchak, the goalie, quickly comes over, taking control of the ball here.
Well, that's by far the fastest goal in California Emperor history, Dave.
We almost missed it, spending time in the lineup, something that we feel we could try to get out of the way here and let the teams get kind of situated on the field. Rildo Meneses, he's the man we see there on the sideline. He's got to be a happy individual tonight. His team looking for its 3rd straight victory, trying to get right back in the race for the playoff spots coming out of this APSL Western Conference Southern Division. Rildo Meneses, he's also focusing a lot of attention on the World Cup, but as he told us on the plane coming over here today, his World Cup, this game tonight, this game between the Emperors and the Arizona Condors. Wilder Meneses, he played in 3 World Cups, but he knows that this game tonight means a lot for the Emperors, as it does for the Arizona Condors. Elias, the goalie for Arizona, booting the ball out across midfield. A couple Emperors are there. Ryerson slips. Still it's De Oliveira getting it back to goalie Ken Sinchak.
I think the wind is playing somewhat of games with the balls, because it looks like some of the players are having trouble judging it, and the goalkeeper for Arizona is kicking the ball lower to compensate for it, whereas the Emperor's goalie is kicking it a lot higher.
I think that's the effects of, as they call it, Tropical Storm Boris coming up from Mexico. Blew us all around our pregame show. Now we're up here in the press box. Foul there on the play, and it looks like we may see a caution card. That's against number 9, Jerry O'Hara, for the Emperors. Jerry O'Hara receiving the yellow card. Jerry O'Hara, his 4th goal in 2 games, and we're not even through with this 2nd game yet. He's out of Cal State San Bernardino. We've talked about his past many times before. Born in Fontana. One of the local players that have joined this California Emperors organization, and some of the local players that Wilder Meneses is utilizing this season. The ball comes out here on the near side. Les Armstrong coming over. Throw in now for Arizona. California managed to get in there. Brew's trying to chase it down. Brew, a great hustle on the play. California doing wonders defensively tonight. Comes into O'Hara. This time O'Hara brought down from the back. Foul call against Bryant. California is going to come back on the run again. Brew goes across the far side. That was Durkin, Bill Durkin, the newest addition to this Emperor organization. Durkin comes in there, fires right into the hands of Elias. And the Condors this time got away with California not getting in the goal.
Bill Durkin coming up from the right fullback position to take a nice shot right there. Goalie positioned himself well.
California back on the run. This is Mike Fox, number 14. Controlling the ball, looking for Rollins, trying to feed it to him. Rollins fires into the hands of Elias, and Elias does a great job stopping that one, knocking it over the top.
Well, once again, there's Mike Fox's effectiveness of just creating plays, going with the little flick pass off to Top Gun Terry Rollins, who has just a very, very nice shot from the outside.
The corner kick coming up. For California. You see it at the top of the screen. The ball comes in high. Several players are there headed out by California, but in the wrong direction. De Oliveira dove for that one. Bryant clearing it out. Here it comes. Jerry O'Hara fired again, but Elias was there stopping it again. That ball's in. Another goal for California. What another goal there. Jerry O'Hara moving around. They're celebrating now. The California Emperors a 3-0 lead so far over the Arizona Condors. Jerry O'Hara, his 2nd goal tonight, his 5th goal in 2 games. The Emperors are hot. There's no 2 ways about it. We got a player down there on the field. While we look at the injury, we're going to take a look at the replay. Dean, one more time, your analysis.
Well, Jerry takes a nice left-footed shot here and just doesn't give up on the ball. Comes back, gets the rebound, puts it in with the left foot, something Jerry's worked very hard on his left foot. He is ambidextrous, but boy, that's just pure hustle right there for the goal. He deserves that one.
And with the California Emperors leading 3-0, we're going to step aside for one brief timeout here during our coverage of this APSL showdown. The shot by Arizona. That's the goal. It was shot by Les Armstrong. What a shot coming up. Arizona getting on the scoreboard now. Jeff Rogers, number 7, he fired it in, and that's a great time for us to step aside. Arizona getting fired up, getting themselves back in this game with the score 3.